All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to talk about some shocking Bitcoin news that is definitely something we need to be aware of. Now, Bitcoin's price in general has been looking pretty good the last 24 hours. We're going to talk about that, but there are some assets within the Bitcoin ecosystem that have been, quite frankly, doing shockingly well. And we're going to talk about why that is. We're also going to dive into the transaction fees. There's been a lot of things said about Bitcoin transaction fees within the last 48 hours since the halving. We're going to dive into what we know about that too. So, a lot to unpack, a lot to dive into in this video. As we all know, the Bitcoin halving was a major, major event, all went smooth. And now we get to reap the rewards and the benefits on the back end. So, all I ask, guys, hit that like button for us, subscribe down below, and let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart real quick. This is the Margex platform, a great platform for leverage trading, guys. You could trade Bitcoin up to 100x leverage. What I like to personally do is kind of come in here and leverage trade with small amounts like 10, 20, 30 bucks, go long on Bitcoin. I'm actually going to be opening up some newer positions on Margex. I've had a few in the past that I've closed. I'm going to open up some. So if you want to join me over at Margex, it's a really, really cool place to do some margin trading and have some fun and kind of learn on the fly. You can actually copy some of the best traders over on Margex as well. The links are down below. If you do decide to sign up, which highly encourage you to do so, you're going to get a 20% sign-on bonus as well to help manage some of those fees that Margex has, as they all do, right? But guys, awesome opportunity. Check it out as Bitcoin's starting to pump here the last 4 or 5 days. Maybe, just maybe, this is Bitcoin sending back up to 70, 72,000. I'll be taking a position very soon. So if you want to see that position, sign up with Margex. Links down below. Now, we'll come back to the Bitcoin price here in a little bit, but I want to talk about this kind of evolving storyline. And there's a few different storylines within here. Okay. So bear with me. It is important, even if you don't own Bitcoin, you have to understand what moves Bitcoin and what's happening around Bitcoin, because it will have an impact on the overall market. Okay. So regardless if you own Bitcoin or not, you want to know what's going on with the biggest and largest crypto, because there is that trickle down effect. Bitcoin layer twos. This has been a huge trend, guys. Bitcoin layer twos, STX, Ella, and SAVM. We're going to talk about these three in particular, but there are a ton of them out there. I personally own Stacks. You've probably heard me talk about them before. They have all three outperformed BTC after the Bitcoin halving. So this is part of the shocking Bitcoin news that I want to talk about. And we're going to get into some more of the specifics. So we have seen Stacks, the native token of the leading Bitcoin layer 2 network Stacks, STX, has risen nearly 20% since the halving. Okay. And Bitcoin, meanwhile, has gained around 5%. STX is one of the best performing top 25 cryptos in the past 24 hours. We can see it right here. It's ranked number 25, sitting at about a $4 billion market cap, up 5+% right now. Dialing back a little bit, but still really, really performing well and outperforming Bitcoin in general since the halving. Now, we have seen a couple other cryptos like the ELA token and the SAVM. They have both risen up as well. Bitcoin layer 2 solutions, what are they? Why are they important? And this is part of the shocking Bitcoin news that I wanted to explain to you, because there are a ton of opportunities if you don't want to invest in Bitcoin directly. Now, mind you, personally, I invest in Bitcoin heavily every single day, and I want exposure to these L2s, layer 2s. But if you want to get exposure to Bitcoin in some interesting ways, this could be a way to do so. So basically, Bitcoin layer 2s are solutions in the form of projects that address scalability and transaction speed. Now, we're going to come and talk more about transaction costs here in just a minute. But these layer 2s are built on top of the Bitcoin blockchain and bring scalability by processing transactions off the main chain. So we have something similar with Ethereum layer 2 solutions, which mainly focus on scaling the smart contract blockchain. Bitcoin layer 2 projects aim to scale and introduce programmability features to the main blockchain, which doesn't operate an Ethereum-like virtual machine. Now, the market itself of layer 2s have been crushing it and surging for a while, even before the Bitcoin halving. And data tracked by Glassnode shows the mean transaction fee, which is something we have to, talk about, which is shocking in and of itself. The fees soared to nearly 0.002 Bitcoin after the halving, reaching the highest we've seen since early 2018. Now, the spike in transaction fees, which is being used as kind of a FUD message, from people who don't like Bitcoin. The spike in these fees could be explained by the launch of a new protocol called Runes that allows users to etch and mint tokens on the Bitcoin blockchain. Now, Runes' debut saw speculators rush to mint tokens and trade meme coins, catalyzing increased transaction activity and higher transaction cost. So, according to data source Ordi.io, the total number of Runes inscriptions on the Bitcoin blockchain was 3,700 at press time. So, transaction costs are up. I don't think this is going to be a long-lasting instance, but we also have Bitcoin layer twos. So, a lot of narratives here, right? Bitcoin in general, I still think is going to be unbelievable performing asset. Obviously, as it gets bigger, we're going to have diminishing returns. That just makes sense, right? As an asset gets bigger, you gain less over time in that investment, but it also becomes much more stable. But you open the door now for Bitcoin layer twos, right? And I think there's just a ton of opportunities here. Personally, one of my big bets is Stacks. I've been talking about that one for a while. We've been buying into Stacks from around $1.20 all the way to $1.50. Built up a really nice position there, and we're currently sitting at $1.80 right now. Now, coming back to the Bitcoin chart, guys, you guys can see here on the daily, things still looking pretty solid. We bottomed out right in here around 59,000 and some change, right around 60K. Bounced off here really nicely, building back up here to about 66,000 right now. And here's another story about those fees. Bitcoin miner price soars to 244,000. Here's what it means. So in this tweet, they talked about these fees and the surge in electrical cost. He clarified that this is the cost of raw electricity to power the Bitcoin network. However, he also proudly noticed that due to the halving, the overall Bitcoin miner price has skyrocketed to 244,000. This tremendous figure includes block rewards and fees per each Bitcoin mined. Bitcoin transaction fees have soared to more than $230 now, indicating a 4x surge compared to the 68 historic peak established in 2021. Welcome to a new paradigm. Bitcoin electrical cost is now a whopping 77K. This is raw electricity cost to power the network. Bitcoin miner price hit 244K on Saturday. He concluded the world's flagship crypto is trading at a deep discount right now, adding that price under electrical costs typically lasts just a couple days every 4 years. So again, these price surges in transaction fees are not going to be like this forever. So don't listen to the Peter Schiffs out there and the people who want to FUD Bitcoin. Now, there are three likely scenarios that could play out here. Edwards believes that the three scenarios are outlined here. The first one is that Bitcoin price will skyrocket. The second assumes that approximately 15% of Bitcoin miners will shut off their gear. The third is the transaction fees will stay at a much higher level than average. The expert says he personally expects a bit of all three to happen, but he finished the tweet with a bullish forecast saying Bitcoin's days under 100K are numbered. Keep in mind, guys, anywhere from a week to 6 months after the Bitcoin halving, we've seen Bitcoin double in price. So we went through the Bitcoin halving at around 63, 64,000. Yeah, that means well over 120,000 is what we should see within the next 6 months. Now, there are diminishing returns over time as Bitcoin's prices getting bigger and bigger, but I think we're in store for something really, really massive here later this year as we roll into 2025 as well with the price of Bitcoin. So this is what's shocking about Bitcoin right now. The Bitcoin news is flowing. We've got a lot to talk about, those transaction fees, the L2s. Hopefully this video, you found it helpful. If you did, hit the like button for us, subscribe down below, all of that good stuff. And again, check out my links to Margex if you're looking to trade Bitcoin with me. Now, guys, I invest in Bitcoin for the long term, but I also love opening up some short-term positions, and I'm just getting into some leverage trading with Margex. Thanks to some people I was with out in Dubai this past weekend, talking to some people like Sam, my financial friend, and Connor Kenny, some people out there, and they were explaining to me, kind of how leverage trading works. It's a little bit risky, but it is no KYC. It's totally free to sign up. Links down below to Margex if you want to join me on my journey over there. I'll be posting some trades very, very soon. Appreciate you guys for watching this video. Let me know what you think about Bitcoin, Bitcoin layer twos, where you think the price of Bitcoin is going. Curious to hear your guys' thoughts. And of course, if you want to become a member at XT Algo and use my trading indicator to help you make a ton of money in crypto, links down below to XT Algo as well. Great discount running right now as well. 30-day money back guarantee. Guys, I appreciate you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.